Namaskar, dear parents, grandparents, and children. Hi, lovely to see you. And a few of you are coming down and meeting me, coming to school these days. Come, more and more, come. Try and work it out. Send some special prayers and messages and affirmation. Affirmation is not prayer. Affirmation is making a will. And willpower, when you exercise it, it comes up to be true. Affirm. I want it. I got it. And if you look carefully, if you do that, affirmations are very powerful. It works from the subconscious mind to the reality, to the practical life. Sometimes ago I had talked about the consciousness reflects onto the reflective consciousness in the mind. Just like the sun's power coming into the moon is in the mind, the reflective consciousness, which receives the messages from the body, from the five senses, and various other 19 different motor actions and sensitive actions, and the mind and the intelligence and the memory and the willpower and the ego. It comes in and feeds into that and makes it happen. And this is why it works. When I'm talking to our kids, I noticed one thing, that they all had listened to what we had talked and shared and discussed. Let's say scoring beautiful in life, scoring perfect 56 or 45. They did write it down all over the house. At least 6, 7, 10 places. Right in front of the eating corner, worship corner, sleeping corner, even the washroom. Write it, study corner, most important, in a big 4 and 5, 45 for DD students, 5 and 6, 56 for MBAP 4 and 5 students. And just watch, it's going to happen. And that's all. How else do you think? Nowhere in the world has anybody ever heard 73 children appeared for MBAP 5, all 73 first division. And 21 out of them, all 93.3 plus. Unbelievable. Great teaching staff with a great coordinator, great head of the program, and very committed principal and her team. And the entire MBAP team worked totally with commitment, loyalty, and they gave their life for the kids. And the result came. Children did it, and most important, children's parent, mommy and daddy, and the grandparent too, supported the thinking process. So remember in my last conversation with you and the sharing on the last Thursday, we talked about the power of thinking, making your destiny. What am I going to become? You look at all the stories which are worth remembering. Let's say you've heard about Hercules. He could do anything. He was supposed to have been Son of God. As per Vedanta, all of us have that quality of the same consciousness. This power of the consciousness is infinitely strong. And it is not like, supposing I light an incense, agarbatti, if I light it here, it will start to give fragrance. Or if I have that incense with the candlelight and I let the water boil and the incense, it like permeates all around like the incense or that perfume. Is it like that? The consciousness with the body and the mind and the world of consciousness? No, it is not. It is like one ocean. We are only looking at the waves. We are only looking at the ocean. We are only looking at the little surf and chasing it on the sea beach and looking at it, little bubble and froth, going back and again coming at the same. We are paying attention to the waves, the bubble and the froth, and the huge ocean. But it is the water. It is not true, as we have shared before, that the waves and the bubbles and the froth and the ocean are made of water. Are made of water. It is not true. It appears to be so. The waves have water, ocean has water. Yes, okay. So what's so important, the message? The message is, it's the water which is in the wave, which is in the ocean, which is in the bubble and the froth. You say, okay, alright, so what's the difference? No difference is in this understanding. Think of it, children, parent. Parent, you're very important, most importantly, mommy. And then daddy at the backbone, mommy to give the heart and the attitude. You know, all these children who are doing brilliantly well in our school, lower grades, middle grade, or higher grade, I notice they all have a great mom, a great dad, and all of us, our moms and dads, are great. You have to make up your mind as mom and dad, and you as the children. I'm going to do something dazzlingly different and shake up the world with my finding. Focus your mind, concentrate, think big, and keep on going on till the goal is reached. Don't give up. The Diksha is for Vedanta, not giving up, keeping on air. And that, if you keep on, then that creating the destiny. You are the maker of your future. You are children and mom and dad to support. School is to guide, is to formulate. Tell you, you can, very simply. You know, children and parents, you know it. In my days, in our days, nobody told us you could top the world or top the country or even top the state. Today, becoming an all-India cricket team player is a dream. Everybody is dreaming it. And especially those who are fond of it. Or tennis, or badminton, or soccer, or chess. We are all dreaming. But to be a world topper in everything, also the tennis and the chess and the golf and everything. We have a lot of our kids are doing worldwide. Whether the tennis or the golf or the badminton, they are doing great. But what about all around, including intellectual, including emotional, including motor coordination, which is the game, etc. So, you're the maker of your destiny if you intention, make that intention and work towards it. Have you realized? Today only we were sharing. In the morning we always have a little talk with the teachers and the staff. Have you ever realized, dear parent, children, have you seen, you cannot see your own face? Have you realized? You can't see your face. A lion cannot see its face. You say, no, I can see my face. I say, how? With a mirror. Just think, is it you are seeing your face or is it you are seeing an image of your face, which is a reflection? Reflection is not your face. Reflection is reflection. It is an image. Somebody takes your picture or you take a selfie. It's an image. You just caught that moment. You took your tongue out maybe or did a great smile or something, a funny picture, a good picture, a pretty picture, whatever. But that's an image. It is not the face. Have you realized one more thing? You can't see your own eyes. How do you know you have eyes? Because you can see me. Because I can see the camera, the light, the world outside, the people outside. So I know I have eyes. I'm not blind. But have you seen your eye? Why is it like this? There is a reason. I'll go into details on that later, but there is a reason. I will touch upon it. Because you're supposed to not be only your face or your eye. As it is, you and I, if you say, where is Robbin Ghosh? And somebody will say, there he is. Who's that? There he is this body and this mind and maybe an appointment or the work. So, name, form and action. As per Vedanta, Nama, Rupa, Vyavahara, the way we act. That's what it is. But that's not who we are. Our face and our eye, why is it we can't see it? I will get into more details on this in the Vedantic explanation, possibly in the next session. Remind me by sending me a message or something. So you're supposed to tell us about that. I will certainly. Today I won't, because it will take on a lot more time, and our intention is today to talk to you about how to go ahead and make that destiny. Right? So, in very brief, because you are not your face, you are not your eye, you are something else. And what is that something else? Whatever you wish to become. Let's say money-wise, very comfortable, billionaire, millionaire, or peacefully happy with what you have. Physical health. No sickness, no disease. You say, come on, so sickness, disease are a part of life, coronavirus, so many people. I said, Vedanta doesn't say so. You choose what you want to be. Look at me, I'm a monkey, just like every one of us. I haven't fallen sick for more than 51 years, once even. How come? Because I think like that. I want mommy and daddy to think. Supposing you have a little child who's very strong in health, it's because you think he's strong in health. You know, my mother used to be very mischievous and naughty. Some of you children, just like you. I couldn't sit still. And I was always moving around and getting hurt and either breaking limbs or cutting head or something or the other. But my mother, she never got upset. And she used to say, in Hindi, in Bengali, she used to say, Bhagavan chile. Meaning, ye Bhagwan ka ladka hai. He's a God's son. Nothing happens to him. And honestly, I believed in it. I met with 6 accidents in the Indian Air Force as a fighter pilot. I should have been dead. Not all of them in the aircraft, some in the aircraft, some in the two-wheeler, some while hunting. I'll talk to you on some other time, those stories. But I realized, let's say when I went for a hunt, I was about to drown, trying to pick up some ducks from a huge marshy land, and a plant wrapped around me under the water and was pulling me down. I'll tell you about that story. To eat me up. There are plants like that. Your parents will share, teachers will share with you. And I had heard from my father that you can do anything if you choose to. And I had heard from my mother, he is God's son. Ye Bhagavan ka ladka hai. Bhagavan is chili. Nothing happens to it. I did a huge weep. I had gone down already in the water 3 times, 4 times. I suddenly remembered my father and the mother. I said, I can't die. And I had just, you know what? Just 2 days to go to become a combat fighter pilot, President's Commission. There's a beautiful statement in the Indian Air Force and in the Royal Air Force. Not all the gold in the world can buy you those wings. You know those wings? And not all the gold in the world can take it away from you once you've earned it. And at first, that 2 days to go, I was going to earn it. I said, I can't dive. And I did a huge weave. And that whole plant, I didn't even know what it was pulling me down. And I came up almost 4 or 5 feet above the water. I don't know what strength, where did I get it from? I was strong, I was good, I was good in everything. But you could be much better than me. Much, much better. Million times better. Choose to be so. You know what? Nobody guided me like that. Sporadically, I heard from mom and dad and some officers from the Air Force, but not that focus telling, like the way I have understood it, I've shared it with you. Come on, activate it. This is the reason why you can't. I have given it to many of your children, this book called Hari the Lion, another story. And this story was told in 1893, 11th of September, by Swami Vivekananda in the Hall of Parliament of Religion in Chicago Conference. This story, Swami Vivekananda told the world. And what the story? In brief, I've given it to many of you this book. You may buy it from the market, from Ramakrishna Mission. It doesn't cost very much. But I read the story again and again and again and again. I don't know how many times, maybe thousands of times I've read it. And I talk to you, I've been talking to children. Hear the story. A mother lion, weighing very heavy, about to give birth to a baby lion. And this lioness mother was very hungry because she was very heavy and she was tired. And she didn't eat anything for 7, 8 days. And she was wanting to hunt and get something, but she had become very slow. Couldn't catch something. And the animals were running away. Even a rabbit was running away faster than the lion. The lioness wanted to eat something. And she was hunting. And suddenly she saw from ledge of a mountain, big mountain. From the ledge she suddenly saw just below, there were lots of sheep. So she came to the ledge, very tired, very weak, but she said, now I'm going to jump on them, catch at least one lamb and eat it up. Must have done. No? And she jumped. But you know what? Poor lioness mother. She was so weak, so tired, her heart failed in the air itself. And the sheep and all came to know, they come to realize, and they ran. And the lioness landed on the ground, already dead. And an ewe, a sheep mother, was giving birth to a baby kid. Baby sheep, kid. This mother didn't run because she was giving birth and she wanted to protect her baby. See how strong yours and my mothers are and the fathers, children. They're always protecting us. And they're wanting to see you and I, all of us, to grow up to be the biggest that they ever could dream of and think of. And you know what? You can do it. That's my message to you. You can do it. Hari the lion was born as mother landed. Poor Hari the lion didn't know anything and must have been doing meow, meow, couldn't even see. The baby lion, baby sheep, initially they can't see for some time. You and I also couldn't for some weeks. This baby lamb, the ewe mother, also was given birth and the kid was also born. The mother sheep took pity on this baby lion. She was shivering, thinking lion is going to eat me up, but lion mother was dead. And the baby lion, Hari, name him Hari. This is how Vivekananda told the story. It's a Vedanta tale. Stories from Vedanta. It was hungrily crying. So the mother went and started feeding the baby lion as well as feeding her own baby. And Hari the lion grew up with the mother sheep. Hari the lion grew up with the mother sheep and thought always that he is a sheep. He ate grass like a sheep. He played like a sheep. Like, sheep play, they butt each other with the head. He used to do that. And the sheep, the other sheep, they used to play with him, and suddenly Hari the lion was growing bigger and bigger, and when he would hit somebody, they used to go sprawling and they used to get hurt, and they used to say, "I'll not play with you, you're a bad boy." Hari the lion used to feel sad, he used to sit at one corner and say, "I am different, I am not good." Many of you also feel like that sometimes. Don't. You are the champion. Come and talk to me anytime you feel like that, okay? Take help from mom and dad, from your teacher, from principal, from homeroom, from head, and also me. Come anytime. Call me up if you can't come. Mother sheep came to Hari and said, "Why are you sitting like this?" He said, "Mother, I am different. I am not good. Nobody wants to play with me." She said, "No, you are not bad. You are not good. You are very special." And mother sheep was very kind and brought him up like that. One fine day, another big lion came and wanted to catch a sheep. And he was chasing the sheep. He was not weak like the mother lion. He was chasing and everybody was running. Suddenly, the lion who was chasing, attacking the group, was surprised to see another lion also running. He called out, "Hey, Mr. Lion, what are you doing? Why are you running away from me?" And this Hari the lion wouldn't listen. He was behaving like a sheep because he thought he was a sheep. He thought, you and I think, me, 56. Yeah, sure. We don't believe in it. 45, DP student. Yeah. But don't believe in it. No, believe in it. And work towards it. If you can dream it, if you can work towards it, you create your destiny. Not just scoring 56 or 45. Great future. A great discoverer, great scientist, great writer, reader, maybe designer, maybe planner, maybe a scientist, maybe a great player, maybe a fashion designer, maybe anything. Choose. Maybe a great chef. It's good to be a great chef too. Every profession is good. And that's what is IB special. Takes you to what you're good at. Makes you become that. And Vedanta supports it by telling you can. Because the power is inside of you. Wherever you go, that inside power is with you, which is called your consciousness. In Vedanta, in Taittiriya Upanishad, the definition of Ishvara, God, Brahman, is Satyam, Jnana, Anantam, Brahman. Satyam, truth, existence. Jnanam, the knowledge, the understanding. Anantam, infinite, is Ishvara, is God. Call it by any name. It doesn't matter. Know that I have the power. That's all. Don't have to be religious, don't have to be faithful. Or if you do have it, okay, go ahead. Depending on what's your family, heritage, tradition. You can be a scientist and say, I believe only in this nature and the unified field. It's okay. The unified field, the power of the nature is in me. Hari the lion was caught by the lion. He went and caught at his neck and he said, "Come with me." And Hari was saying, leave me, don't kill me." He brought him to a pond and said, "Look into the pond." See, Hari the lion couldn't see his face. He looked into the pond, he saw his face and he said, "Can you see my face? Look, in the pond, you could see both the face next to each other. And now look up and see my face. My face and those face, they're all same. Your face is also the same. In other words, you're the mightiest of the mighty, king of the forest. You're the lion. Hey children, dear parents, whatever age we are, maybe the grandparents, you're the mightiest of the mighty power within you. Doesn't matter what is your age, 2, 4, 5, 10, 12, 15 to 18, or 25, 30, 45, 50. We could do it. Whatever it is, start right now from today. Read the story. It goes on to something beautiful thereafter. Hurry the lion, how he discovered eventually. He is a lion. He is not a sheep. My message is to you to discover who you are. There is this washerman. I've shared with you this story. I will apply it. It's just correct for this story. He used to, those days, these days you send it to dry cleaner or do it in a washing machine at home. Earlier days we used to send it to your mom and dad and grandparents will tell you. Send it to a washerman. And they used to generally go to a river or a great pond and wash it nicely and a stone. You shouldn't see what they do. They used to bash it in the stone, and with the stone they used to rub it and clean it very nicely. They used to do very good work and starch it and whiten it and give it to you after 2 days or 5 days or whatever. And he used to wear nice starchy clothes. One day washerman was thinking, this stone I quite like. It was such a nice big stone shining. I like stone. Let me go and show it to my friend. He goes to his vegetable friend. Tell me, what do you think this stone is? I quite like it. I use it for washing my clothes. I found it in the river. The washerman friend, vegetable guy, he looked at it and he said, yeah, it's very nice. I also like it. It's really good. Okay, why don't you give it to me? You sell it to me. You take another stone. I'll give you 10 kg of brinjal. Something happened and the washerman said, I will think about it. I don't think I'm going to sell it. And he went to 2, 3 other people. Vedanta tale goes on to progressively builder. I'll go straight to the point. He goes to a jeweler. A jeweler friend looks at it and he said, my God, you got the biggest diamond in the world I have ever heard of, seen of. If you sell it to me, you will forget all your life misery will be finished with the money that you get. That diamond, children, is with you and is with me all the time. And that diamond is the consciousness. Without that conscious experience, you cannot understand anything, you cannot learn anything, you cannot see anyone, you cannot do anything. Imagine somebody is in coma. Coma? Just before dying or very badly injured. He don't know what is happening because the consciousness is very little. It is there, very little. Supposing I am unconscious. I don't know what is happening around me. That means unconscious. No consciousness. If I am in deep sleep, notice the same thing. I don't know what is happening. But consciousness is there. How? You don't dream, you don't know when you're sleeping, when I wake up. No, it is there. See, when you wake up, you say, I had a very good sleep. That means something was there with you to tell you afterward that you had a good sleep. That's your consciousness. And then is your dream state, and then is waking state. Waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and silent state. I'll talk about this later. Vedanta, take a little higher knowledge, advanced Vedanta. Right now, understand the power of the consciousness. It's with you and with you everywhere, wherever you go. Focus that and work with it. Write it down, read it, think of it, plan, dream. Create your future. Maybe 6 different things. You say, I have not made up my mind. Doesn't matter. Hey, come on, you can think about, dream of 6 different things. Isn't it? I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I was dreaming about fighter pilot. Number 1. I also wanted to be a great sports person, athlete for India. I dreamt of it. I wanted to be also a very good sports person, runner. I became a very good runner. I wanted to be a great hunter. I used to be called Robin Hood in the India first. Robbin Ghosh, I used to be called Robin Hood. Funnily, my friends used to call me. I used to go and hunt. I became a good hunter. Like that. You could be good in many things. I love to write. I love to read. I can't sleep without reading. I can't start my day without reading. And I have to write every day something. You could be at one time many things. Choose. And it is a wrong statement which in the Western mind tells you that you can be good in many things but master of none. No. You can be master of many things at the same time. There are many examples. Look at Swami Vivekananda. He was walking down the bridge up to Chicago with some of his devotees after his talk. They all became very fond of him. Same Americans to an Indian monk. They were touching his feet and Indian newspapers were writing. Can you imagine the British, the Americans, the Europeans were touching Indian monks' feet? And they were walking around and there were some children, about 15, 16, 18, 20 years old. They were shooting on the river. There was some ping pong ball, table tennis ball. They were bobbing on the water and they were trying to shoot it. If they shoot it, it makes a hole, it sinks. So they know I've shot it and they say, okay, they have little bets among them and who can shoot it. They were playing. So Vivekananda took interest and he said, what are you guys doing? They said, we are trying to shoot it. And they were smoking at Vivekananda. Big turban, funny orange dress, ochre robe, sannyasi's dress. So he had never shot a rifle. He said, can I try one? And his devotees and all were saying, Swamiji, it's very difficult to shoot down something like that. He said, okay, let me try. He took the rifle, he asked the boys, tell me how do I shoot it? They said, this is the back side, it is like an U. This is the foresight, which is called the bob. And you have to make the U and the blob and the target in one line. You have to take care of the wind. You have to take care of the bobbing of the water. And when all of them concentrate, focus into one, you shoot the tennis ball, the table tennis ball. Swamiji focused, concentrated. He had a tremendous power to focus his mind. That means focus is consciousness, through the reflective consciousness, the operating mind. And you know what? He shot one after one after one, 3 of them, one after another. Read his life. And those boys, their jaws fell open. Say, how many times have you been shooting? He said, I've never shot before. So you can be good in many things. I wish you with that thought a very good week ahead. I shall see you again on Thursday.